Hey, blooming hoy there. I've still got a little bit of man flu, but I'm surviving. I'm surviving. Welcome back to part number 2 of the CRINAN CANAL video. I have brutally cut this one down because I have an hour and 40 minutes worth of footage. I'm trying to get it to 30 minutes at the most, so that people actually watch it. So I will release another video, which will just be a big, massive, most boring video on YouTube, hour and 40 minutes of me faffing around in locks. So that'll probably come the following day or something like that. So yeah, this video is part 2, but we're still on day 1. What we'll do is we'll start heading downhill now, and then we will spend the night in this place, the name of which I have forgotten, and then we'll get down to the CRINAN Basin, and that is the end of the CRINAN Canal by the end of this video. So yeah, stay tuned, watch this stuff, and let's go. Alright, just come through lock number, that one. I think we're at the highest point now, so it's all dropping down on the locks, which I feel like will be easier, because I can step ashore and put my lines on myself. Yeah, we'll see. Glorious so far. We've had help at all but one lock so far. You'll probably see the footage actually of us doing that other lock if I remembered to do it. Yeah, all good. I don't even know what time it is. Let's have a quick time check. 20 past 1. We started at 9. We had to pause a couple of times for bridges and stuff like that and wait in a lock for some other guys to come out, but there's no major rush. Yeah, glorious, glorious place. Righto, checking in a bit, I guess. Okie dokie, as I alluded to, we are going downhill now. So, why is that easier? Well, as you can see, when you come into the lock, you're basically at lock level already, so you don't need to mess around getting your lines on a boat hook, passing them all the way up and stuff like that. You're effectively just pass the lines on. You could even step ashore yourself if you so wished. And then they open the sluices and you come down. You'll see my fender start to ride up there against the wall, so that was something I had to look out for. I didn't have fender boards, which would have helped with that, but it is where it is. What I started doing was letting out a bit more on my lines, get some wind where possible between me and the lock wall. It doesn't matter if the boat comes out into the middle of the lock, you're effectively just stopping it hitting the lock gates. So if you come out a bit more, you don't drag down the side. That's something that I started doing with a bit more experience further along, particularly in the Caledonian Canal, which will be next week's video. These are a lot of sort of consecutive locks with these winding holes between them, and so the staff sort of go between them. A couple of staff will stay on the previous one, a couple of staff will get down to the next one and start setting it up for you. What I was doing was just holding back and allowing Alistair and Adita to get in there, and then by the time I move in, the staff's already at the side ready to grab my lines. Lines ashore straight away, super efficient. They start closing the lock gates and you're almost ready to go. So once these gates are closed, they'll give you the nod, get you to give them the thumbs up that you're ready, and then they'll start opening the sluices. All the staff were super friendly, super professional, absolutely great actually. And again, just watching the fenders and letting the lines out slowly. Pretty simple really. The odd time just pushing myself off the wall a little bit. Yep. Lock number something. Yeah, yep. Heading downwards, a lot easier. Basically don't have to do anything apart from just kind of let the lines out a little bit. All good. I think there's 2 more locks after this, and then that's it, done. And that was our last lock on day 1. So we're just going to have a gentle poodle down this little flat bit to our next place, which is Bellennock Bridge. And here she is in all her glory. You can see the pontoons just at the bottom of the screen there. We're going to go and dive onto those. As you can see, it's a pretty spectacular place to spend the night, overlooking all the hills in the background. Simply stunning. There are showers and toilets here. You'll see the little shower block in just a second. And the old bridge mechanism, and all pretty cool. And there's the showers and toilets. So that was the end of day 1. I think we got to Bellennock Bridge at maybe 3 PM-ish, something like that, if memory serves well. Great night's sleep, completely serene. I think Adita got eaten by some midges, but they didn't bother me, so I was alright. There was phone reception there, as far as I can recall. No power or anything like that, so that's something to be aware of, and that did affect me going forwards, because I couldn't get my 360 footage onto the laptop, which was frustrating. But yeah, really good night's sleep. Bit of a lie-in in the morning. I don't think we left until lunchtime, and then we headed down to the CRINAN Basin, which is what you'll see next. Thank you very much. See you later. Thank you.
Another one on the way.
All right, no probs. Yeah, thank you. That was a bit of a hasty retreat. The lady, I think she's maybe called Sarah, who was operating the bridge, came and said, "Oh, we've got 4 coming through. We've been waiting for boats to come up out of the basin, so there was space for us down there." So yeah, quick engine warm up. I was actually transferring some data, so I was hoping that it'd move across from the camera quick enough, which it did just about. And yeah, we're on our way. So we're just coming up to the marina on the left hand side in a moment. So the marina that's coming up is for long-term moorings, long-term berth holders, I believe, who keep the boat here, not so much for visitors. And there she is. Pretty cool little basin. The unfortunate thing now is my lines aren't really set up and I don't have anywhere to stop to do it. As long as I'm starboard side too, I'll be alright, but I don't know if you'll make out, but just in the bay there is a big catamaran dried out. You may be able to see it. Pretty cool having a boat that can dry out, either a bilge keeler or whatever. But that cat, yeah, just dried it out on there. It looks like he's down doing stuff with the hull. Great. Right, get back to driving the boat. Come on, let's look at the marina. What an utterly stunning place this is. Imagine living there. Awesome. Righto, we're coming up to the handy dandy yellow sign to let us know that there's a bridge ahead. Wow, that looks like that's somebody's house and garden that comes right onto the canal. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, so we're coming up to the next bridge. We've got that bridge, then one more lock, and we're at the basin. And it looks like the chaps opened the bridge for us, so I'll speed back up. Pedal to the metal. A heady 4 knots. Wow, look at that. Don't know what that is. Stick you up there a minute. I'll concentrate on the driving. Ugh. Oh, I'm shit at this. Morning. Thank you.
How are you?
Not so bad, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, just plodding away.
That's
Enjoying this beautiful summer.
oh, it's Scottish weather for you, isn't it? Have a lovely day.
See you later.
Bye now. So just come past some pontoons. We're going through basically a cliff. Gorgeous again. I wonder if these used to be like winding holes for boats to turn around in days gone past. Possibly. Although that one's got a little rock garden in the middle. Who knows? Coming up to a little narrow bit, I think, with a lovely little bridge, so I'll put the camera up there. The battery's about to die, so I need to sort that out. Like I say, I just got rushed off this morning. Not rushed off, could have just said no and got a different bridge opening, but it was one of those things, right. I've messed up. Really messed up.
It's alright. You're out of gear. Are you out of gear?
I am now, yeah.
You didn't mess up, you just come alongside.
Yeah, I lost steerage. I got too slow.
Shall we stay here for the night too? Because they've got electric gear.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
We've got another spot here in the top of the way without the boys in this place.
Feels for me, yeah.
Okay, I'll hold you, take your time. Nice and easy.
If you could take that for a blow. You can put this on for a start, please. You just put the bowling on, I'll adjust it from here. It's got a bowling in the end of it, a loop in the end. Perfect. Awesome.
Right, I'll get rid of the board.
Alright, we're good for a minute, are we? Play about and adjust from here, can't we?
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this wooden boat.
That's cool as frig.
Yeah.
And just like that, we were rafted up in an utterly stunning place. So we're in the upper basin here. You can see the lower basin as we scoot over it. So that will be our last lock. And then you've got the big hotel on the corner that does has a little pub in and does food. Some super interesting vessels around. And this is pretty much why we hid out here for a few days. We were originally going to leave, but we got some 40-knot winds coming through and torrential rain, and it was effectively free to stay here because we had a 2-week license. So, well, we found a pub and hid from the rain, and it was utterly glorious. Electricity, phone service was a bit bad, but that's that. That's my new favourite house, by the way. And that was that. Before you knew it, it was time to go. Weather had improved. It was still quite windy out there, but off the pot. That's the boat, thank you.
okay there? Do you want it further forwards? No worries, thank you. Yeah, can I have the boat to me, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Look at about this much.
Oh, loads of room there, loads.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I just set up the other side. Thank you very much. See ya. Hello.
And before you know it, we're back to being a seaboat. It was pretty lumpy this day. In fact, if you saw my video of going from here to Carrera, It's pretty brutal actually in parts. You can see the border force there. I thought they were going to come and chase me down because I didn't have a flag up, but I'm not allowed to fly one. So yeah, the CRINAN Canal was absolutely stunning. Oh, I had to run my jib sheets as well because obviously I had my lines running through the jib sheet cars to keep them in the correct place. And then my worst job in the world, getting fenders in. I hate it. Dedicated followers of the channel will know it is my least favourite job on the boat. I'd rather clean the toilet. Yeah. So that's it for the video. The CRINAN Canal was superb. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of those type 2 fun things because while I was at it I was really nervous about the locks and stuff like that. I had done a couple of locks previously at some of the marinas, but this was different, doing lock after lock after lock. But it was beautiful, it was stunning. I was so happy to have Alistair and Adita there for all their help and support and all the footage that they managed to get me, which is superb. Yeah, I loved it. There's more information on the Scottish Canal's website that I will direct you to. They give you the prices, length per metre and stuff like that. I did the 2-week licence, which meant I had 2 weeks to get through the CRINAN and through the Caledonian. Yeah, which is why we chose to stay in the CRINAN Canal to ride out the weather rather than sitting in Carrera, because Carrera would have cost us £40 a night, whereas the CRINAN was effectively free. So that was great. Yeah, superb experience. Onto the Caledonia Canal, which will be the next video, and absolutely superb. Thank you all for watching. I should probably say something really good now, but I'm rubbish at YouTube, so see you next time.